Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Again, I want to share with you some opportunities that are on the radar in the markets this week, following some bullish momentum, some bullish moves in the markets. A couple of structure-based opportunities that I want to share with you. Again, not in hindsight, something you can follow along from, continue after this video and see how it plays out. Lots of you seem to be enjoying that type of video, so let's take a look at some of these opportunities. All right, the Aussie dollar is one of the markets that's approaching a really nice discretionary resistance zone that I like to pay attention to, around the 74.50 level. And it's the most recent level of structure resistance. It's also support. If you draw on a horizontal line here and look out in the past, you're going to see that this level's respected more often than it's not. And we're coming off the back of this strong bullish momentum. Again, we've got strong bullish momentum. We know this doesn't go on forever, so it's a case of looking at how price behaves now we've hit this zone. And what I really like about this zone is on the trading time frame, we had a double top. Really nice double top. This is what I'd say is a perfect double top. Price symmetry, time symmetry, equal tests. We had a real nice impulse leg before the double top, and then we rolled over beautifully. This is a really nice indication that at this level we should see another hold. Okay, now how do we get involved? Well, I can look down for a double top, okay, and I can drop down to the hourly. I can even go down to the 15-minute time frame and look for a double top. Even on the hourly, I love the fact that we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bullish candles previous. We know this doesn't go on forever. What I look for, if you're really aggressive, you might look for a 3-bar reversal or a doji. I'm a little bit more conservative, so I'd like to see a double top in this area without pulling down into previous structure. So a nice little price symmetry, time symmetry, double top like we had before. And then, assuming that we can not get a big high test candle up here and we can get tight stops above the high, we're going to get a nice little reward to risk profile here as well, about a 1.7, 2 to 1, something like that. Depending on where we get in. Again, I can look on the 15-minute time frame for this to get one quicker. You can see you've had a doji in there, but I wouldn't trade a doji on the 15-minute time frame. I like a bit more confirmation than that. So I'll be looking for a double top on the 15 or the hourly, and we'll be getting in with some nice target, nice reward to risk ratio. So keep an eye on this one. Pound dollar, 1 hour time frame, just to show you guys that we're still in this structure high zone. Drop down to the 60, we haven't broken and closed above the high, which is 37.74. And on the hourly, well, that's why I don't want to buy it, but on the hourly, we've had 10 bullish candles in a row. None of these candles have violated the previous low of each candle. So the low of this candle didn't violate this low didn't violate this low, this one didn't break this low, this one didn't break this low, and so on. And now we're at the top of this structure zone, which is where we could look for a potential FTB, follow the bear signal, which is on the hourly time frame. And if this candle is a valid FTB signal, that's when we'll set our sell stop order just below the low of the previous candle, because that means that if we're getting an order in telling the broker that we want to sell the market if market pushes below the current price or below this price, we want to get in, then that's a great confirmation that we're going to push lower because we haven't once violated the previous low. Now, this might not be a valid FTB. It's just going to depend what your rules are for an FTB signal. Some of you like the open and close to be in the lower 30%. Some of you like the 50%. Some of you like the lower third. Everyone's got different rules. Some people have got different rules on ratio of wick to full body. Some of you have got rules for how many bullish candles prior that you need. So everyone's going to have different rules for this depending on how you've tested it. But we'll just show you an example here. If this closes and we're in the lower 50, which is the most conventional way that it's taught before you guys go and build it into your own. If this closes here, then we'll get a sell stop order in at 37.68, and then it's just it's a waiting game, because it might just continue up again. But if it pushes down, it's going to be the first time it's broken the previous low, in 10 candles, which is a good indication we're likely to roll over, which is why we put our stop order here, because if we don't do that, then we don't get involved. If it doesn't test it, we don't get involved. And if it does test it, that means it's a good indication we're likely to roll over. So that's the FTB. We will come back to this as and when and watch how it plays out. But just for now, let's just say we're going to get an order in. Let's just wait for this to close. How long we got left? And it's important that you wait, because this could quite easily spike up and not be valid. So you wait. You wait for the candle to close. About 5 seconds left. And then if it's valid, you create a new order. It's going to be a sell stop order. Okay. And we're going to be placing that at 37.68. So 37.68 order price. Boom. And that means that if market pushes down and tests or touches that level or crosses that level, we should be filled in or around that level at the best price possible. Okay. As for stops, if that gets filled, which it's likely looking like we're going to get that now. Once it's filled, we can get a stop loss in, which is going to go at 37.82. Okay, so once that's filled, we'll get a stop loss at 37.82, and then it's just a waiting game. We just wait. So euro dollar, this was a setup we were looking at last week. We were approaching a major structural support level. Didn't quite push into the zone as much as I'd like, but we saw a descending channel as we entered that zone, or as we got near to that zone. We had bullish divergence on the RSI, and then we broke out. So this was the prediction from last week. I was hoping that we'd push down a little bit more before the breakout, but we just got the breakout. So I missed that one. Hopefully you guys maybe some of you guys caught this, but that was a great prediction nonetheless, and it's definitely something we can now, or I can use to my discretion. Just to clarify, with the pound dollar, the second candle opened and broke the high of the previous candle, so it's no longer valid. So you have to close off the order, but it doesn't mean to say that this candle won't be the new FTB signal, because we're between the hours of a valid signal, between 6 and 10 BST. We've got GMT, sorry, we've got a potential new signal right here. So we're gonna have to wait another, what, 40 minutes, 41 minutes before the close of this candle, but then we could do the same thing again. And what's really nice is we saw that we didn't break the high again. So it's good indication that we're likely to continue holding this level at the moment. So we'll come back to this in 40 minutes. The last pair on this portfolio with a decent, potentially decent setup is the New Zealand dollar. And again, it's a structure-based setup. Been in consolidation for a long time on this pair, but we're approaching 71.50, which is a decent level in this market. You can see just looking left, it was a nice support shelf, became resistance. We had that level respected, and we're just approaching this off the back of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 strong bullish momentum candles, which means that we're likely to see, this doesn't go on forever, right? And the way that price is behaving here, it's very strong momentum. If we approach this zone and price starts to give us clues as to it losing steam, really nice indication that we'd like to see a little rollover here. And what I'll be looking for is a double top. And I'll be looking for that double top either on the 60 or even the 15-minute time frame. And again, if we can get that double top in here, we could potentially get, as long as the spike high isn't too high, we could potentially get an ATR stop above the high and then a nice little risk reward target of almost a 2 to 1. And those of you who are a bit more aggressive and going off of higher time frame, you might even be a little bit lower, but I I'm always conservative with structure-based setups. I just want to get in and out, nice reward to risk, high probability move. I don't want to be in the trade for longer than I need to. So yeah, this is what I'll be looking for. Unlike the Aussie dollar, this one's a little bit of a way off because we're not in the zone yet, whereas the Aussie dollar, we are in the zone. We're just literally waiting for the double top on the Aussie dollar. New Zealand dollar, we just got to wait a little bit longer because we're not quite in the zone yet. So another really nice setup, Aussie dollar, pound dollar, Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar, sorry, both structure-based setups for a short, good reward to risk on both, good high probability setups. So we shall see what happens. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Give it a like so I know that you're enjoying it. And also, don't forget to follow along these setups and let me know in the comments what trades you're looking at and how you would approach these situations as well. And I'll update you later on in the week. And don't forget, if you want to understand more about how to trade the markets, you can always go over and check out our Tier 1 trial. Come and join us for 2 weeks, play with the tools, look at some of the courses, and come into the live room every day, and also be surrounded by a great, phenomenal network of really, really decent traders. So you can find the links in the description. Until then, take care, have a great rest of your day and week, and I'll see you then.